Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Mann, Executive Director of Safe Kids Now, a crime consultant for over 35 years, and author of many books on crime and how to deal with it. Please welcome Stephanie Mann.
Hi, Rebecca. Good to see you.
It's great to see you again.
We don't need religion to find God. And that is a huge issue throughout the world. We have ISIS saying you've got to belong to our religion. You've got cults, as you know, that say you have to belong to our religion. And what do we have there? We have a controlling man, a human being, that is trying to control other people's lives. And religion is supposed to be a support system for families of people of like minds, and that's great. But if they start dictating to you how to control your life, that's not good because that is what can destroy us from within. So I thought I'd tell you a little story about I grew up without any religion whatsoever. And I grew up in one of those dysfunctional families. At age 14, I was taken out of my freshman year of high school, and my mother's boyfriend and my mother decided to take me to Mexico because I wasn't a very good student. And but that they told me that, and then we went down there, and I was put into Mexico City College to study two things: Spanish and art, because I was pretty good in art. Uh, then they left. So I was abandoned in Mexico at age 15, and I didn't have anyone. I didn't even speak the language. So, what do you do when you don't have anyone at all? What you do is you turn to God, because at that time I went to school and they talked about God. They don't talk about God in schools anymore. But I had heard about God, and so I was coming home on the bus after going to Mexico City College. I saw a small church. I went into the small church and I sat there for a long time trying to figure out, what do I do now? I'm alone. I don't know what to do, and I'm living in a boarding house. The landlady had just told me they were kicking me out because I couldn't pay my rent, and that was where I was. Well, the answers began to come to me, and I got a job at the Mexico City College as an interpreter, and I didn't even know how to speak Spanish. But I got that job because Americans knew even less about Spanish than I did. So I was able to pay my rent, and God led me in very special ways, and even in the work I'm doing today. So I just want to say that you don't need religion to find God, but you do need to pray or meditate and look to your higher power. You can make a direct connection with God. You don't need a middleman. So you don't have to have religion to find God. And later on, you may decide that you want to have God in your family. So church or is a wonderful place, or the synagogue, to give your children a foundation. But that should not control your life. So I just wanted to get that message across, that all of us can make a direct connection to God. We do not have to rely on a religion to tell us how to control our lives.
If we could learn to spell God with two O's, we'd solve massive worldwide problems.
When I was, in Mexico, and I didn't have anybody, I thought of God as around me, but I needed to reach my hand up and grab onto Him. And He was up there, and that was my salvation. That was my power. That is how I found my own power. But anybody can do it. Anybody can find God. A lot of people meditate, a lot of people pray, um, they reach out, and we all know that we have these amazing powers, but we are not tapping into them the way we should. And I would suggest that if you want to read my story, I call it Grabbing God's Hand for Hope. It's on Easing Articles. And just Google my name, and you can read my whole story about how I found God. And I hope it's an encouragement to you because anybody can do it, even your youngest kids.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rebecca. I'm happy to share with you.